Sangmin An stood outside a C-rank dungeon, coffee in hand, checking his watch for the third time. He'd been waiting for over an hour, but his intuition told him this would be worth it. As manager of the White Tiger Guild's second administration team, he'd built his career on spotting talent, and something about Jinwoo Sung's recent dungeon clears didn't add up. E-rank hunters didn't move that fast. His phone rang. "Sir, Jinho Yu's squad just arrived." Kitchell reported from the second location. "Stay calm and keep an eye on them. Report back their every move." "Yes, sir. Wait, Manager An." Only 2 people are entering the gate, Jinho and Jinwoo. Sangmin smiled, just as he'd suspected. This was a test of Jinwoo's abilities, plain and simple. "I'll have my phone with me at all times. Call me right away if something happens." Sangmin had just sat down with his instant ramen when his phone rang again. He grabbed his chopsticks. "You couldn't wait to call me again?" "Sir, they've exited the gate." The noodles froze halfway to his mouth. "What?" "Jinho and Jinwoo exited the dungeon, and the squad is now getting ready to leave." He checked the time. "It's only been 30 minutes. Did they give up on the raid?" "No, the gate is closing." Sangmin stared ahead, ramen forgotten. What would take an A-rank hunter 2 hours to clear, Jinwoo had finished in 30 minutes. Based on empirical data, he had to be higher than A rank. Sangmin had hit the jackpot. Inside the dungeon, Jinwoo suppressed a laugh. The werewolves hadn't stood a chance. His wolf assassin title boosted all his abilities by 40% against animal-type monsters. With his high level plus the buff, these C-rank beasts had been nothing. But something bothered him. "What's wrong, boss?" Jinho asked. "Nothing. Let's head out." Someone had been watching him for a while now, but the presence had no hostility, probably not a threat. After clearing their second dungeon, Jinho apologized. "The other gates are too far, so this is the last one for today." "That's fine." Jinwoo checked his phone. Still time before he needed to be home. "Hey Jinho, let's go to the Mirai department store." "Sure, but is something wrong, boss?" "You've gotten pretty chatty recently." Jinho straightened instantly. "I'll get you there at the speed of light, boss." At the department store, Jinwoo used his instant's dungeon key. 2 levels gained, easy work. As he walked home afterward, his phone rang. Unknown number. "Hello? Hello, is this Jinwoo Sung?" "Telemarketer." Click. He hung up immediately. His phone rang again. Same number. Telemarketers never called back. Weird. "Yes, this is Jinwoo Sung." "Oh, excellent. I thought I dialed the wrong number. I'm Sangmin An with the White Tiger Guild." Jinwoo stopped walking. The White Tiger Guild was calling him. "May I ask why?" "It's a little difficult to talk about this over the phone. Could we meet in person?" The man was being accommodating, not demanding. "I have time on Thursday." "I was wondering, are you free right now?" "I'm in a cafe nearby." The cafe Sangmin named was across the street from Jinwoo's apartment. They knew his address. "Today, I kept feeling like someone was watching me. So I'm assuming that was also one of your people? Sorry if we made you uncomfortable. We simply wished to verify the truth." 20 minutes later, Jinwoo sat across from Sangmin in the cafe. The manager handed over his business card. "I'm in charge of recruiting and managing new hunters. I'll be straight with you. We would like to recruit you, Hunter Sung. We are prepared to double whatever Yujin Construction has promised you." Sangmin smiled pleasantly. Yujin was clearly still testing Jinwoo. How stupid. A hunter who could clear a C-rank dungeon in 30 minutes. No more testing needed. But Jinwoo's gaze turned icy. "How did you know?" What? "How did you know to find me?" Sangmin rushed to explain. "We happened to receive word that someone was rapidly clearing C-rank dungeons in our area, and your name came up when we looked into the matter. So they'd discovered him through his dungeon clear times, not through his secret." Jinwoo's expression relaxed slightly. Sangmin gathered himself. "We're already aware that Chairman Myunghan Yu is looking to form a new guild. We figured they were trying to recruit you, a reawakened hunter, for their guild." "Good. They thought he was reawakened. That meant he didn't have to make up a story." "Have you already signed a contract with Yujin Construction?" Jinwoo shook his head. "Great. Then, how much is the White Tiger Guild's building worth?" Sangmin froze. Was Jinwoo doubting their financial liquidity? "The appraised value is about 50 billion won. White Tiger owns the entire building." "Can you give me the building?" "Excuse me?" Jinwoo explained patiently. Yujin has promised me a 30 billion won building, you see. If White Tiger's building is only 50 billion won, that's less than double, but I'd be willing to overlook it. Did you say 30 billion won? Sangmin's mouth hung open. Jinwoo pulled out his phone and dialed. The volume was turned all the way up. Yes, boss? Let me ask you something, Jinho. The building you said you would give me, what's it worth again? Its market value is about 30 billion won, but it'll jump once construction is completed and our guild moves in, boss. Oh, right. If you need a notarized document, I can fax it to you now. Hold on. Jinwoo covered the receiver. If you're having a hard time believing this, would you like to talk to him yourself? Sweating profusely, Sangmin shook his head. No, that's okay. I gotta go. 30 billion won as a signing bonus? And the son addressed him with absolute respect. Sangmin was stunned. Then I believe we're done here. Sangmin's head drooped. He'd been unsuccessful because he'd lacked information, moved too fast. Jinwoo interrupted his thoughts. Let me just ask you one thing. The cordial demeanor had vanished. Despite the warm spring night, the air turned chilly. How many people know about me? Oh, only me for now. Jinwoo growled. Let's not lie to each other out of mutual respect, agreed? Sangmin swallowed. To be perfectly honest, one of my subordinates does know about you. That is the truth. Jinwoo nodded. Just as he'd suspected. 2 people, easy to control. I'll be honest as well. I've already rejected Yujin's offer. What? Jinwoo vanished from sight. One moment sitting across from Sangmin, the next, gone. Huh? Sangmin sprang to his feet, spinning around. Where? A hand settled on his shoulder. Don't turn around. The voice came from beside him. Stealth. A chill ran down Sangmin's spine. Please sit down, nice and slowly. I'd hate to give you a heart attack. Sangmin nodded and sat. Jinwoo reappeared in the seat next to him. Both kept their eyes straight ahead. I see. I would rather not have anyone else knowing about me, Jinwoo said quietly. If I find there's talk about me behind my back, may I assume that you or your subordinate will take full responsibility, Manager An. The threat was clear. Sangmin had worked with hunters long enough to know. They were monsters. And this one had stealth. He could commit virtually any crime and get away with it if he wanted to. Rest assured, I will keep your secret. I'll make sure Kichul is also on the same page. I'll take your word for it, Manager An. Jinwoo's presence disappeared. Sangmin pressed a hand against his racing heart, then crushed the cigarette he'd pulled out when Kichul burst in. Sir, what happened? Kichul, I think this is an even bigger deal than we thought. They had to recruit this man no matter what. Back home, Jinwoo checked his stats. Level 39 now, 12 levels gained from just 9 dungeons in 4 days. His strength stat was 97, agility 97. People were starting to notice the speed. His phone rang. Unknown number again, but he answered this time. I'm Sangmin An with the White Tiger Guild. Wait, hadn't he just... Oh, Sangmin was calling back. Jinwoo listened as the manager proposed meeting up the next day. I have time on Thursday. I was wondering, are you free right now? Same line as before. Sangmin really was persistent, but Jinwoo had made his point clear. Time to move on. Days passed in a blur of dungeon raids. 4 gates in 1 day when Jinho booked extra to make up for their day off. As Jinwoo arrived at his apartment entrance, he detected a suspicious presence. The man jumped when Jinwoo approached. Hunter Sung! Are you from the White Tiger Guild? Yes, I'm Kichul Hun of the 2nd Administration Team. Ah, the subordinate. Kichul offered him a travel mug. It's a green smoothie. I made it myself. Jinwoo accepted the multicolored liquid, curious. Kichul bowed and left with a bright smile. Weird. Jinwoo tried the smoothie. Not bad, actually. Boss, Jinho appeared, parking around the corner because residents were suspicious of his van. The recent unsolved murders in the area had everyone on edge. Inside a Lizardman dungeon, Jinwoo activated murderous intent. The skill caused panic, reducing all the opponent's abilities by 50% for 1 minute. He threw Kasaka's venom fang between a guard's eyes, activated stealth, and impaled another with a spear before the mage could react. A message appeared. He'd reached level 40. Then something strange. A job change quest has arrived. Would you like to accept? His heart raced. Job change meant new skills, progress rewards, job-exclusive weapons. But attempting it here in a dungeon with Jinho present? Bad idea. He couldn't risk unknown quest requirements endangering his friend. Jinho, I just remembered I have something I need to do. Does that mean you have to leave? Once I'm done here, yeah. Jinho looked disappointed about cancelling the other gates, but Jinwoo had a solution. Why cancel and waste money? Leave it to me. At the White Tiger Guild headquarters, President Yoonho Baek's voice erupted from the second administration team offices. Why are there no gates reserved to train our new recruits? Do you realize we're already 3 days behind schedule? Sangmin kept his eyes on the floor as the president shook a report. You couldn't book any gates because you were outbid by another group? Does the guild not have enough money? I don't care if it costs 1 or 200 million won. Do whatever it takes and book a damn gate, understood? Later that day, Jinwoo called Sangmin at the cafe on the first floor of the guild building. They met with Kichul present. I'm here because I want to help you, Jinwoo said. You said you were having a rough time training new recruits because our squad was sweeping up all the C-rank gates. That's correct. We can't exactly take new recruits to higher rank dungeons because we're having trouble reserving C-rank ones. And that's why I'm here. We wish to sell you 3 permits we have for C-rank dungeons. Kichul let out a noise of understanding. Sangmin pointed out, if you really want to help us, then wouldn't it be more efficient to stop booking C-rank dungeons? Jinwoo shook his head. We have our own reasons for needing them. Then what about today? Jinwoo smiled pleasantly. I wanted to help you out with your dilemma, of course. This offer only stands for today. We're also in a position where we can't postpone our raids. Miss this chance, and you won't get another for a while. It was like a home shopping show, promoting a product just about to sell out. Sangmin was torn. Seoul wasn't the only city with gates, but training elsewhere could give rival guilds ammunition. Okay, please sell us the permits. 3 is perfect for our needs. How much would you like for them? 300 million won for 1, so 900 million for all 3. That's too much. Kichul tried to interrupt, but Sangmin stopped him. The president had just said to spend whatever it took. That was practically approval right there. Sangmin took a breath. 300 million won is too much even for us. So how about 200 million won? Deal. Jinwoo stuck out his hand before Sangmin could finish. They shook. 600 million won for permits they'd paid half that for. A successful transaction. Jinwoo beamed. That night at the guild office, Kichul pointed at his phone. Sir, why are there so many unclaimed C-rank gates in our area, and they're all going for less than 10 million? Sangmin's mind raced. Jinho's squad didn't book a single gate today. He remembered Jinwoo's words. I have time on Thursday. Tomorrow was Thursday. They hadn't been planning to raid from the start. Sangmin had to laugh. They'd been duped. But if this made them even, as Jinwoo's text message suggested, it was a win. The ultimate goal was to recruit Jinwoo, and this wasn't that much money anyway. Let's think of this as an investment in Jinwoo. That evening, Jinwoo stood in the woods, alone and ready. He accessed his inbox and accepted the job change quest. The ground beneath his feet began to change. A dark hole appeared, growing from bean-sized to coin-sized to volleyball-sized, until it was large enough to step through. An artificial gate. A message prompted him to enter. He slapped his cheeks to focus. If he succeeded, he could change his job. If he failed, well, best not to think about that. He held Kasaka's venom fang in a reverse grip and leaped down. The dungeon was average, cave-like. Then a message. In this area, potions and access to the store are forbidden, and you will not recover your stats when leveling up. No healing. Damage would add up. He couldn't afford to lose focus. He tested the exit. You cannot exit until the job change process is complete. The gate wouldn't budge. High-risk dungeon. But high risk meant high reward. Torches lined the walls instead of glowstones. He grabbed one and moved forward. After a while, he sensed presences around the corner. He put down the torch and drew his dagger. Footsteps. Clunk, clunk, almost metallic. He counted down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The creature appeared. Jinwoo aimed for its neck. Clang. Metal on metal. Armor. He took a step back. A human? It was a knight in full-body armor. It didn't respond, but charged straight at him. Not human. No heartbeat. A type of monster he'd never seen. He activated dash and avoided the knight's sword, taking multiple stabs at the armor. The dagger glanced off. Too thick. Fatal strike barely penetrated. The knight slammed its blade down, and Jinwoo threw himself out of the way, sparks flying. He'd fought impenetrable skin before. Blue venom-fanged Kasaka had broken a mana-powered steel sword with a headbutt, but Jinwoo had won. Compared to that, this knight was simple. Jinwoo put the knight in a headlock. His muscles bulged as he squeezed with all his strength. Not to strangle, to pop the helmet off. Crack! The helmet separated from the body, and the knight dropped to its knees, lifeless, empty inside. Just a moving suit of armor. 2 more knights rounded the corner. Jinwoo tossed the helmet aside and warmed up. This is where it starts. Over the next 6 hours, he encountered different enemy types, each one teaching him something new. Knights required strength to crush their armor with bare hands. Assassins with stealth required high perception to detect before they struck from behind. Archers attacking from range required agility to dodge their arrows. Mages casting destructive spells required stamina to withstand their attacks. It was like reviewing notes for a test. Each monster type pushed a different stat to its limits. Without enough strength, he wouldn't have made a dent in the knight's armor. Without perception, the assassins would have caught him off guard. The drop rate was incredibly high. Almost every other monster dropped an item. Leather pouches contained 20 to 30,000 gold each, far more than normal dungeons. He equipped items as he went, checking their stats carefully. High-rank knight's chestplate, B rank, physical damage reduction plus 7%. He put it on, and it vanished, merging with his body. Combined with his other equipment, he now had over 30% damage reduction. Mid-rank assassin's boots increased his agility. Low-rank archer's gloves prevented hand injuries. High-rank mage's ring boosted his mana. With each piece, he felt himself becoming stronger, better equipped for whatever lay ahead. His fatigue climbed to 66, dangerous levels. He sat down to rest, but an arrow flew at him immediately. He snatched it out of the air and summoned his dagger. Apparently, rest wasn't allowed yet. After defeating the archer, he found high-rank knight's gauntlets, B rank. Physical damage reduction plus 3%. Additional effect, prevents injury to the wearer's hands. Perfect. He'd been scraping his knuckles on the knight's armor. He reached level 45 and stood before massive castle gates at the end of the path. Almost 6 hours to get here. Time to finish this. The doors swung open at his touch. Inside, countless torches flared to life. A throne room. Something told him he had to reach that throne to complete the quest. A mysterious figure emerged from behind a pillar and blocked his path. Jinwoo swallowed hard. The name appeared in red above its head. Knight Commander Igris the Bloodred. Red armor, horse-like mane, silver lights glowing where eyes should be. This was the boss. Igris removed its cloak. Thump. Then unbelted its sword and 2 daggers, dropping them one by one. Clank, clang. It raised its fists and took a fighting stance, mocking Jinwoo. Jinwoo bit his lip. It's looking down on me. Igris charged. The armor's speed penalty didn't affect it. Strength was at least 80. It leaped and aimed its knee at Jinwoo's face. Fast. Jinwoo bent backward at 90 degrees, then straightened. Igris made a nimble landing and blocked Jinwoo's kick with precision. Before Jinwoo could react, Igris's fists smashed into his face. His body flew into the air. Igris was already in front of him, its left fist crashing into the side of his face. Jinwoo hit the ground hard. The pummeling began. Igris didn't block, but weathered Jinwoo's strikes and returned them with interest. Bam! Jinwoo's punch knocked Igris's head slightly. Bam! Igris's counter made Jinwoo sway. Bam! Igris pushed back a step. Bam! Jinwoo doubled over, coughing blood. His knees buckled. He tried to get up, but his legs wouldn't work. Igris loomed over him, summoning its sword. It raised the blade to execute him. Jinwoo raised his left fist and blocked with the gauntlets. Clang! Igris flinched. Jinwoo seized the moment, Kasaka's venom fang appearing in his right hand as he drove it into the knight's eye. Shunk! Grah! Jinwoo pulled himself up. Now what? One eye wasn't enough. He wrapped his arms around Igris's waist and activated dash. His speed increased by 40% as he ran, full speed, toward the wall. Boom! The entire lair quaked. Skill. Willpower has been activated. As your HP is below 30%, your damage will decrease by 50%. Igris was embedded in the wall. Jinwoo pulled out his dagger and struck at the throat. Fatal strike! Clang! Sparks flew again! Clang! Again! Clang! Again! Clang! Finally, shunk! The dagger sank deep. You have defeated Knight Commander Igris the Bloodred. You have leveled up. You have leveled up. He'd barely won. Extremely close. Items glowed on Igris's form. A leather pouch, 1.5 million gold, an instant teleportation stone, a rune stone called Ruler's Hand, and a helmet. The Crimson Knight's helmet. S rank. Physical damage decrease plus 15%. Stamina plus 20. Strength plus 20. His first S rank item. Combined with his current stats, he could now decrease physical damage by over 40%. Jinwoo equipped the helmet, and his stats jumped. Strength, 128. Stamina, 87. He'd done it. The job change quest was complete. The dungeon doors would open soon. He looked at the helmet's info one more time and smiled. This was just the beginning.